Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Talking Stick Resort Arena in downtown Phoenix. Tonight, it's the Phoenix Suns taking on the Brooklyn Nets. The Suns win the opening tip. They'll have it first as we get going in the desert. To Mikal Bridges. Here comes the screen. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
Here comes the screen. Mikal Bridges. Markieff Morris snatching it out of the air.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
They go down low to Simmons. The screen sets him up for two.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
It's Suns ball. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know, you're not getting back on D.
To Mikal Bridges. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Irving into the front court. Looking to make something happen. And stuffs it home. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
DeAndre Ayton. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. From long range, Mikal Bridges forced that one. Well defended. Simmons into the front court. The lead is 2. Over to the right side. Irving to Simmons. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Rebound taken in by the Nets. To Irving. Screen coming. Short jumper stays out. Brooklyn's got it. Irving to Simmons. Here comes the screen. Gets it in the left corner. Fires the 3. And the rebound belongs to Phoenix. Mikal Bridges. Short jumper misses. Kyrie across the timeline. Leads a bucket. To Simmons. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. To Irving. Fires the 3. Kyrie Irving is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 87% from the line. First free throw is good. It's the second. One more coming. no good. Made the first two, missed the last. To Mikal Bridges. On the shot clock for Phoenix. Lets it fly from long range. Oh, he hits the three.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Nets have it. Irving to Durant. Takes stock of the floor. Oh, Ben Simmons. 2 of 4 now.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
To Mikal Bridges. Here comes the screen. Mikal Bridges. Here's a chance from long range. Misfires. It's no good. End the front court. Comes Simmons. Up by 3. Irving. Deep left corner. Big finish at the rim. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Here comes the screen. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Brooklyn with the basketball. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Ben Simmons at the line for a chance at a three-point play. 56% for his career. One free throw counted. It's a three-point play, and the lead up to 8.
I got him.
Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Shot clock violation. Simmons to Durant. To Simmons. Off the mark. Suns control the possession. Mikal Bridges. Short jumper off the mark. Simmons to Durant. Simmons to Durant. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. Count the basket inside.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Now whistle and a timeout for Phoenix as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. Booker. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Nets have the basketball.
Screen's coming. Here it is.
Probing the defense to Irving. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. To Simmons. Trying to cash in. Simmons with a shot. That won't go. A pass stolen by the Nets. And the nice finish at the rim.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
To Mikal Bridges. Markieff Morris tips it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Here's the truth. As long as you're using your legs and your body to stay in front of the offensive player, you won't get called for those. You keep reaching, though, it's going to be a long night.
Joe Harris at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 77% at the line. Misses the first. Knocks down the second after missing the first.
Good shot, bro.
Booker with it. His guys trail by 13. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. To Durant. Irving. Down low Durant. Won't go. To Booker. Here comes the screen. Booker picked up by Seth Curry. Can't connect. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
There are certain guys in this league that were brought to teams to do things that normal players would never think about doing. We call them tone setters.
Durant to Irving. A pass stolen by Phoenix. Booker. A pass stolen by the Nets. Durant in a matchup with Booker. To Irving. Kyrie Irving. First couple didn't go. That one is true. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Watch your back, watch your back, watch your back.
Booker. Jumper's good.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Irving to Durant. And he's going to the line to shoot.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Oops, he missed the first one. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. It's Phoenix ball. DeAndre Ayton. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. To Irving. Nothing going here on that drive. Irving. For Durant, down low. Kevin Durant, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2" guard. Scary.
Here comes the screen. Going to launch beyond the arc. Those shots, Jay, have been few and far between in what has been an uneasy first quarter.
And Ed, sometimes that's all you need. Just get 1 or 2 to fall. Find the rhythm, find the rhyme. You got plenty of time.
Here's Durant for 2 and buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Phoenix with it. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Kevin Durant. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. It's good. And the foul. And he's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
The defender cannot be caught with his hand staying in the cookie jar. What I mean, contesting that pocket. You have to keep that hand going in and out, going in and out. Keep the offensive player thinking about where your hands are at all times.
Kyrie Irving with a chance at a 4-point play, shooting 66% in this contest. Count that one, and a 4-point trip. That'll do it for the first quarter. It's been all net so far. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. It's Brooklyn's ball. Patty Mills to Durant. Probing the defense. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
To Booker. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, smothering D.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. To Patty Mills. To Durant. 4-3. Well defended. Tough shot for Patty Mills. To Booker. Nothing going here on that drive. Mikal Bridges to Booker. Screen coming. Has a look. The screen sets him up for 2.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Brooklyn's got it. Beyond the arc for three. And Kevin Durant unguardable. Hand in his face, he still hits the three.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality. Positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
Mikal Bridges to Booker. Not that time. Mills in possession. His guys holding the big lead. Driving right to the basket. Kevin Durant. It's like he's shooting into the ocean. He has not missed. Kevin Durant, dynamic once again.
And giving it to you any way you want it. On the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
Mikal Bridges. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. For 3, and he hits.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance. They're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Into the front court. It's Booker. His guys down big. Curling inside. It was right there. Another shot stays out. Mills in possession. He'll run the offense. And scores.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Booker against KD. Has a chance. Booker's shot, no good. Mills in possession. His guys hold a commanding lead. Durant down for Curry. Off the assist.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Booker with it. Looking to make something happen. Screen coming. To Booker. Look out, Devin Booker. He's 3 for 7.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Durant to Simmons. Durant. And the rebound taken in by the Suns. Into the front court. It's Booker. Down a bundle. Here comes the screen. Oh, pass stolen by the Nets.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
Simmons to Seth Curry. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer. No, he's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
Durant to Patty Mills. And count the basket.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Screen coming. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Devin Booker. This guy can beat anyone straight up. Devin Booker, good closeout, still knocks it down.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
To Booker. The drive, right to the basket. That's rebounded by Brooklyn.
Make that, baby. Make that.
Durant to Seth Curry. Nothing going here on that drive. From long range, who needs Steph? Who needs Dell when you have Seth?
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Now the Suns coach gonna signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Over to the right side. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Nets.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Nothing going here on that drive.
Screen right, screen right, screen right.
Now ready with a couple of free throws.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Dario Saric, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 82%. First one goes down.
That's a bucket.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. To Durant. Sizing up the defense. Kevin Durant lets it fly. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant, and that primary defender, you have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Kyrie with the rock. To Durant. Here comes the screen. Durant. Trying to cash in. Can't connect. To Mikal Bridges. Curling inside. From the painted area, won't go down.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Kevin Durant sends it away. Nets have it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Kyrie Irving, 3 for 6 now.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
To Mikal Bridges. That's rebounded by the Nets. To Durant. To Irving. Durant. Irving. Not that time. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. To Durant. Knocks it down from mid-range.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Mikal Bridges. Here comes the screen. Jumper's good.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Irving brings the ball up court. To Durant. Passed it off. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
And a putback slam. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Durant to Irving. Durant goes reverse to lay it in.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim, the harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Brooklyn Nets. The Suns have yet to appear after one half of basketball. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Phoenix Suns.
Game track. Assists.
The Brooklyn Nets are a team that's playing unselfish basketball and reaping the benefits. Great chemistry from these guys in the opening half, and it bodes well for them moving forward. Kevin Durant is doing the most sharing with his teammates.
Player of the half.
Kevin Durant is doing everything he can on defense to get the win. He's blocking shots, he's getting steals, and he's setting the tone for his team. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
KD with the rock. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Kevin Durant trying to cash in on the three-point play, shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter.
That's me.
Kevin Durant able to recover with the block. Simmons with it. He'll run the offense. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Ed and I want to go home too, but fouls like that only stop the clock for all of us.
Kevin Durant has got 2 shots coming, shooting 66% in this contest. And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line.
Good shot.
Suns with the basketball. Gets a look, can't hit.
See, I don't like that shot right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
Now the Suns going to signal for a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Ooh, crisp ball. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Brooklyn with the basketball. Flushes it home.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Big pick right there.
Paul to Booker. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Durant across the timeline. His guys hold a commanding lead. Fires the three, can't connect. Ben Simmons blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Paul to Mikal Bridges. Lets it fly from long range. That won't go. Finish that. Durant with the basketball up top. His guys holding the big lead. Simmons to Durant. Irving. That's off the side of the rim, no good. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Paul into the front court. His guys down big. Ooh, Chris Paul. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Here's Irving into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready. A pass stolen by the Nets.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
And they call it.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Substitution being made in this one. Simmons. Here's a chance from long range, and he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First one, count it.
Good shot.
Knocks down the second free throw. Knocks down all 3 at the line.
Ooh, I like that.
Ooh, Chris Paul. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
To Simmons. Not that time. And he's going to the free throw line.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both.
Oh, yeah. I like that. I got him. Oh, yeah. It's me and you.
Paul, he was all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Durant picked up by Booker. Here comes the screen. Durant to Simmons. Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Paul into the front court. Down a bundle. Here comes the screen. Driving right to the basket. Ooh, crisp ball. Looking good. 4 for 5.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Durant. They go down low to Simmons. You've got to get that one to go.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Nets have the basketball. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. To Paul. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Here comes the screen. Paul. Going to launch beyond the arc. And it's Simmons with the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Booker. Now that's a contest.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Short jumper won't go down. Booker. Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
To Simmons. Here's Durant for 2. Here's the step back.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Nets have it. Oh, Ben Simmons. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
It's Brooklyn's ball. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
I got ball.
Paul to Booker. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. And he finishes at the rim.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Paul, and he buries it.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Brooklyn's got it. To Durant. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Rebound for Ayton. Seth Curry. Shot from the lane won't go. To Paul. Can't connect from inside.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
And Kevin Durant, all in one motion, hits it off the catch and shoot.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
I got ball. I got ball.
Paul. Message received. Well defended. To Seth Curry. Durant knocks down the three-pointer.
It is extremely prevalent right now for three-point shooters because of the skill set at every position is that versatile. Even your 5s and 4s can knock down 3s at a high clip.
It's a world of great three-point shooters and great three-point shooting teams. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for two.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Durant. For three. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Paul with it up top. He'll run the offense. Beyond the arc for three. Can't get the bounce. To Durant. Count it.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. Phoenix has the ball. Here comes the screen. For three, not a good shot there as he misses it.
Pick it up. My ball.
To Simmons. Here comes the screen. Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Here comes the screen. Got it.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
To Durant. Nothing going here on that drive. And the finish at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter, and the Nets enjoying some breathing room. It'll be Suns basketball as we begin the fourth quarter, and they've really had very little go right for them on either end of the floor.
Remember that old line, your attitude determines your altitude? Well, when you see dejected faces on the sideline, that poor body language gave you an impression that they had no chance to win this game.
Paul to Mikal Bridges. Nothing going here on that drive.
Watch the slip, watch the slip.
Paul, well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Durant. Has a look. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Paul, tough matchup against Durant. Mikal Bridges. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. Out of bounds, off Ben Simmons. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Devin Booker. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
The drive, right to the basket. Driving is Simmons, but a shot no good. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. To Booker. From long range, this guy can beat anyone straight up. Devin Booker, good closeout, still knocks it down.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Bismack Biyombo, huge block. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Textbook defense. Booker with it. His guys down big.
Hey, quick me ball.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Picked up by the Suns. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Irving with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Slams it down.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
Into the front court, it's Irving. His guys hold a commanding lead. The crossover gets inside, and the slam dunk.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
It's Suns ball. Booker against Markieff Morris. Fires the three. And the rebound by KD. Lets it fly from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
To Booker. Here's a chance from long range. Devin Booker in his own desert. No one in sight, and he takes advantage.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do some of the kind of...
Durant across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. And finishes strong.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Booker. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Kevin Durant with the rock. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's a dangerous spot. Kevin Durant wide open. He nails it.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Start denying him the ball.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. To Mikal Bridges. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's not his range. It's no good. Irving to Simmons. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Free throws coming up.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
Nope. First one does not go. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Taken by the Suns. Mikal Bridges with the strong finish.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
To Durant. Not that time. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
From the painted area, won't go down. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
perfect feed to set up the basket.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Irving to Durant. Irving. They'll get it to Durant. Scores from the post.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Hey, watch the screen left.
To Mikal Bridges. Durant. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. 4-3. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Beyond the arc for 3. That out of his range and no good. Kyrie gets a look. Can't hit. To Mikal Bridges. DeAndre Ayton. For 3. Not a good shot there as he misses it. Irving. Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Won't go down. To Irving from long range. Not going down here. That's out. Last touch by Kyrie Irving. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Suns control the possession.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here comes the screen. Driving right to the basket. Markieff Morris swats it. That's his 3rd block this evening. A pass stolen by the Nets.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Seth Curry at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Fires the 3. He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good. Nets have it to Durant. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Suns. Has a chance. Wide open look. Won't go.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
Had a good look there, but it's no good. Mikal Bridges. Gets to the basket and scores.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Taken by the Suns. And finishes strong. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Durant with the basketball up top. He'll run the offense. Knocks it down from mid-range.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Brooklyn with the basketball. To Simmons. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Seth Curry. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Nets.
That's all she wrote. Dribble it out.
Trying to cash in. Their shot no good by Simmons. Knocked loose. Nets have it. It's the Nets who are victorious as they win this one in blowout fashion. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. This team did everything they could do to secure the win. Great job by both the players and the coaching staff. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Brooklyn Nets. The Suns lost this game long before the final buzzer. And it's games like this where veteran players can be so important. They've been through these types of blowouts, and they know what it takes to keep a locker room united.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
The Brooklyn Nets were definitely the better team with regard to long-range shooting. And it turned out to be quite the advantage. Their three-pointers were unstoppable.
Player of the game.
Kevin Durant played the role of facilitator today, and no one is more happy than his teammates. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
When you look at these highlights, you can see how this team was able to earn the victory in this matchup. Great game by this squad. Check out the leading scores for the Brooklyn Nets. The Suns really lost big in this matchup, and you can tell it was tough on them. And every team in this league loses games. You just don't want to lose them like this. I can already see a players-only meeting in their future. Here are the guys who put up the most points to the Phoenix Suns.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
The Brooklyn Nets did their best work away from the basket. They used a combination of perimeter defense and long-range scoring to get themselves the win.
Player of the game.
Kevin Durant gets rewarded for the way he provided his teammates with plenty of easy baskets. His assist total is certainly indicative of his clever playmaking. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
It wasn't surprising to see this team get the win. They did a great job of letting the fundamentals of basketball be the key to success. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Brooklyn Nets. The Suns seemed to give up on this game as it got more challenging. My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight because it's not going to help them forget about this game. Everyone is going to be talking about this one. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Phoenix Suns.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
The Brooklyn Nets were able to stretch the defense because of how effectively they were scoring from long range. The opposition couldn't make the necessary adjustments and now have to settle with a loss.
Player of the game.
Kevin Durant is the choice for what you're seeing here, and that's unselfish play. Tight passes, great timing, and an impressive basketball IQ. He earned more respect than what I already have for him. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
This team did everything they could do to secure the win. Great job by both the players and the coaching staff. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Brooklyn Nets. The Suns are no longer suffering through what was a big-time blowout. Losses like this become main discussion topics in the media. So hopefully this team is ready to answer the tough questions. It's not going to be fun.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
The Brooklyn Nets were definitely the better team with regard to long-range shooting, and it turned out to be quite the advantage. Their three-pointers were unstoppable.
Player of the game.
Kevin Durant read the defense perfectly, and his teammates reaped the benefits with easy baskets. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
When you look at these highlights, you can see how this team was able to earn the victory in this matchup. Great game by this squad. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Brooklyn Nets. The Suns seemed to lose their edge as the game got out of hand.
And it's games like this where veteran players can be so important. They've been through these types of blowouts, and they know what it takes to keep a locker room united.
Check out the leading scores for the Phoenix Suns.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
The Brooklyn Nets
Did their best work away from the basket. They used a combination of perimeter defense and long-range scoring to get themselves the win.
Player of the game.
Kevin Durant
Played the role of facilitator today, and no one is more happy than his teammates.
Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
It wasn't surprising to see this team get the win. They did a great job of letting the fundamentals of basketball be the key to success. Check out the leading scores for the Brooklyn Nets. The Suns
Did not look good in this one, and neither did the score. And every team in this league loses games. You just don't want to lose them like this. I can already see a players-only meeting in their future.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
The Brooklyn Nets were able to stretch the defense because of how effectively they were scoring from long range. The opposition couldn't make the necessary adjustments and now have to settle with a loss.
Player of the game.
Kevin Durant gets rewarded for the way he provided his teammates with plenty of easy baskets. His assist total is certainly indicative of his clever playmaking. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This team did everything they could do to secure the win. Great job by both the players and the coaching staff.
What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Brooklyn Nets. The Suns
Lost this game long before the final buzzer.
My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight because it's not going to help them forget about this game. Everyone is going to be talking about this one. Here are the guys who put up the most points to the Phoenix Suns.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
The Brooklyn Nets were definitely the better team with regard to long-range shooting, and it turned out to be quite the advantage. Their three-pointers were unstoppable.
Player of the game.
Kevin Durant is the choice for what you're seeing here, and that's unselfish play. Tight passes, great timing, and an impressive basketball IQ. He earned more respect than what I already have for him. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.